Jeff here late on a Friday night, keeping you updated on this winter storm. It's a very changeable situation, and even as the comments and the shares were adding up today, I noticed a couple of mistakes I made, so I wanted to give you a video update. It's a lot easier to explain and show you some models than try to capture it all in one image, but I sure tried today, and once again, thank you for passing this along. Probably caught a little more attention today and even some slack because of my numbers in this area right here. I want you to pay attention. This says high confidence in 6 to 10, but locally up to 14. So within the 6 to 10 boundary, I wanted to highlight an area where there was greater confidence. I can already tell, though, north and west of this line, I probably overdid it a bit, maybe even include Columbia. And I also made a mistake. This was a hand-drawn map. This was a model snapshot. I thought I did a good job of showing the greatest ice corridor, but I also captured this too early in the event. This probably goes out to Monday morning, where there'll be more significant freezing rain in this corridor right here. And then everything north and west of this line will probably be sleet and mostly snow. So that's good news for the Ozarks. Not a significant ice storm for you, but definitely a hazardous combination of winter weather. And this will be a prolonged event coming in waves. Let me explain what's going on. You can see on this image here, Arctic attack right there. The Arctic high nosing down. Here's our big storm. It's very mature now, just offshore of California. Significant precipitation event there, but it's going to be forced to come out in chunks. The Arctic air is going to suppress so far to the south, and the boundary is going to be right about here that little waves of low pressure will develop along the boundary and move across. Probably 3 of them total, with the second one being the strongest, I think, and having the most impact across the greatest number of people. And that'll be occurring Sunday and Sunday night. This was a look at the temperatures as of this post Friday evening. There's the freezing line making its way south. Look at this, the 0-degree line already moving into the country. The Arctic air, a little delayed, but it won't be denied. There's a little area of low pressure forcing it south and east, and it's going to be a little deeper than I think the models had projected. That's the reason why my forecast this afternoon may have come out a little different than some earlier projections. And I'm basing this off of what happened early in January. We saw some model discrepancies on the depth of the cold air. And even though it's early March, the sun angle's higher, this is an Arctic air mass that needs to be reckoned with, that's for sure. It'll still be a tricky forecast, and I still think I have it wrong in a few places. I'll show you where in just a minute. Now, what I'm showing you here is courtesy of twisterdata.com. This is the model data. I know it's a lot of colors, a lot of different maps. Let me zoom in here. There we go. This is the model data of the 850 millibar level. It's the temperatures aloft, mid-levels, low to mid-levels of the atmosphere, pretty much lower levels of the atmosphere, but I'm looking at this 0-degree line Celsius. All right, that line separates what will be mainly rain or freezing rain to the south and then a sleet-snow mixture to the north, and this is Sunday night, Monday morning, and right now this is the Tuesday model run. But I'm gonna show you subsequent model runs up until most recently this afternoon. Did you see that? Let me back up. Check it out. Models are now getting a better handle on, I think, the depth of the cold air. Now the 0 line is right there. So all of these areas right here, if you were watching the forecast a couple of days ago, is mainly a wintry mix. Now it's probably mostly snow with some sleet at the beginning of the precipitation event. And I think the model may even shift a little further to the south, but I think we've probably seen its most significant adjustment. It may waffle back and forth just a little bit between now and when the precipitation event moves through. I'm going to pause this at the exact same time, Sunday night, Monday morning. That's the run of this afternoon. That's the run from 24 hours ago. This afternoon, that line of this freezing rain versus sleet and snow right here. 24 hours ago, look, it was up in this area. So even in the last 24 hours, we've seen a significant change. And also in the most recent runs, I've noticed the snow. This is the back edge of the heaviest snow. Watch the future, or the one 24 hours ago. Yeah, the Arctic air is probably going to dominate and eat away some of that snow on the northern side of this storm. So the end result is this, and this is a GFS interpretation, a GFS run of snowfall accumulation. What's interesting to me is you can see 3 maximums, one here, one here, one here. That could be indicating the 3 different waves of low pressure. I think the highest, I think these amounts are a little too high. These amounts may be a little too low, and these amounts a little too high. So I think the heaviest snow with the storm will fall kind of like the January storm from just south or maybe just southeast of St. Louis, right up along I-70 through Indiana, and just south of 70 through Ohio, southern Pennsylvania, and then a second maximum maybe through the mountains of the Appalachians to just south, or north rather, of Philadelphia. Near that line is where I think close to a foot of snow can occur. So just to recap, I probably over forecasted the amounts north and west of this line, probably close to accurate of the 6 to 10, locally higher right in this area. And then I definitely under forecasted the freezing rain accumulation on trees and power lines here. And most of this in the Ozarks will be sleet and or snow. I'll keep you updated if anything would change over the weekend. Thanks for trusting me and sharing the information. And everyone stay safe. I won't tell you what kind of weather we're experiencing here in Florida, just to be nice. Have a great weekend.